Hi, I'm Caley, and you found yourself with Aloe Yoga and our 30 Days of Mindful Movement Challenge. This is a spring reset, and for week 2, we're focusing on new growth. We'd love it if you would comment, follow along with us on our YouTube channel, and let us know what you like about these classes and what other classes you'd like to see from us. For week 2, for this new growth, we're going to be starting on our backs. As you come to lie down, just bring your feet out in front of you, keep the knees bent, and lie down onto your back, making sure that your tailbone is pretty evenly placed on the mat beneath you. Just take the arms down by your sides for now and relax the shoulders. We'll lift the hips up just about an inch and then drop them down on the mat. So we're going to do this a few times. You're stimulating your tailbone and the base, the root chakra. Today's class will be focused on kind of moving from our root and finding that growth up along the spine. It'll be a little bit more of a gentle class, less strenuous, but still you'll get a workout. So keep letting the hips lift and drop, so you're not controlling the dropping at all. And then we'll pick up the pace for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, letting the hips come down. Now keep your tailbone and hips down on the mat. Put your hands on your belly. On your inhale, I want you to let the low belly kind of stick out and lift your low back up and away from the yoga mat, so there's some space there. And on your exhale, contract the belly and push your low back down into the yoga mat, taking that space away. So we'll do this a few times. Inhale, puff the low belly out, lift the low back, and then exhale, contract your low belly, pushing the low back down. 3 more like that. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And again, inhale, and exhale. Good, now inhale, low belly comes out, low back lifts, push down into your feet, and slowly begin to lift your hips up off the mat. And then on your exhale, we'll begin to round your spine, lower from your upper back, down through the mid back to the low back. So we'll do this a few times. Inhale, lift your low belly, low back. Exhale, push into the heels and come all the way up. And then slowly round down your spine, upper back, mid back, low back. Inhale, low belly. Exhale, hips lift. Slowly rounding down, upper back, mid back, low back. One more time. Inhale, low belly. Exhale, lift the hips. And then rounding down, upper back, mid back, and lower back. Good. Gently draw the knees into the chest. You can start to move the knees in circles here. So I'm moving in the same direction. If you want, you can always separate your knees and move in opposite directions. And if you're doing that, make sure to go both ways. Reverse it, take the opposite rotation. All right, and then from here, take your arms out wide to your side, extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, push your shoulders down into the yoga mat, push your arms down into the yoga mat. Draw your low belly in. We'll slowly lower the right leg 3/4 of the way down. And hold here on your exhale. Get the arms really active. Squeeze your inner upper thighs towards each other. And then slowly begin to lift your right leg back up. Now exhale, lower the left leg 3/4 of the way down. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Push your arms and shoulders down into the mat. And then bring the leg back up. We'll just be moving side to side, lowering down and exhaling up. Lowering down and exhaling up. Keep going, using the exhales to lift. And every time the leg lowers, the natural curve of your low back can lift gently off of the yoga mat, but keeping the tailbone and the hips firmly rooted. We'll do 2 more each side. One more each side. Good, and from here, bend into the knees. Slowly you can reach down, grab hold of the shin bones, and we'll begin to rock forward and backward along the spine. Now I'm gonna do this maybe 6 or 7 times, so just kind of massaging my back as I rock forward and backwards. And you're massaging also into the kidney band and along the erectors of the spine. So if you have tension or tightness, you'll be able to feel that pretty quickly. We're gonna be doing a lot with the spine today. As you come up to a seat, grab a block or a book or a pillow or a bolster, anything that can elevate your hips. And we're gonna sit up onto that block in easy pose, so crisscross applesauce with the legs. And whichever way you habitually cross your legs, let's just go ahead and switch it. So for new growth, we have to begin to do things differently. If you do the same thing every day, all the time, then nothing will change. You're not gonna grow and you won't change as a person. So little things like switching the cross of your legs or breathing differently, taking a different route to work, it could be the tiniest little things. We're gonna sit up on the block, hands resting on our knees here. And again, working into the spine. So we're gonna work with the tilt of the pelvis to help us access that root level, and then we'll build up from there. Okay, on your inhale, stick out your belly and then stick out your chest. Maybe the head leans back a little bit. And then on the exhale, you can contract your belly, lean back into the pelvis, round the upper back, chin to chest. So we'll do this a few times. Inhale, belly sticks out, chest lifts up. Exhale, contract the belly, pull back, chin comes into the chest. Inhale, belly comes out, big breath. Exhale, belly comes in, contract, chin to chest. 3 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then last time, inhale. And exhale. And now we'll slowly come up off of the block, shifting forward onto our hands and knees. So you can just set the block over to the side of your yoga mat for now. And as you come into a tabletop position, just spread your fingers really wide, making sure that if anything, the fingers are turned out instead of turned in a little bit. And then once you have that, we'll move into cat-cow, really gentle cat-cow. On the inhale, the belly softens and the chest slides forward. And as you exhale, you contract, pushing down into the hands to round into your upper back space. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And then last time, inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to center. And now move the hip side to side so that the spine is moving in a different direction. We're now not flexing and extending. We're finding this motion back and forth with the hips. And we'll do this a few times, just side to side. You can look over your shoulder, back at your hips as you move. Go ahead. And from here, we'll slowly walk the knees back a little bit further. You're gonna bend down, lowering onto the belly. Take your hands off of your yoga mat and tent up onto your fingertips. So the elbows will actually point up to the ceiling here. The legs are pretty active, the tops of your feet pushing down into the mat. On your inhale, you'll lift the chest and the shoulders, maybe even a little belly up off the mat. And then on your exhale, come back down. Just move really slowly, feeling all the areas of your spine as you go. We'll do it again. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. And last time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower halfway down. Keep your low belly lifted and see if you could lift your hands off the yoga mat. And then with this, I want you to turn so that your pinky toes push down into the mat a little bit further. So we're really finding an internal rotation with the legs. Now take your arms out wide to your sides, palms facing forward, and see if you could begin to pull the arms back behind you, keeping the thumbs up, pinky fingers down, and then slowly begin to lift the legs up and back behind you. You might be able to lift the chest a little higher. We'll breathe here for 5, 4, accessing the back core for 3, 2, and 1, release. Now just push up into a tabletop position. So we're gonna be working on a couple of vinyasas here, working on rolling through the spine. So I'm gonna show you one first, and then we'll try to do this together. All right, now from tabletop position, step the right leg back behind you. We'll keep the toes tucked for now and push back through the heel. And then try to draw the navel in and up so that the core is engaged and your back body is long. Now from this position, you'll lift the right leg up to the height of the hip. We'll slowly begin to stack the right hip on top of the left hip. And then see if you could reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Just find your balance. You might be a little wobbly, and that's okay. If you fall out of it, you just come right back in. We'll take the top arm down by our sides and go ahead and bend into the back knee. Now as you do this, watch that your belly didn't stick out and watch that you didn't close off the right hip. See how far in you could pull your heel towards your glute. Reach the hand back like you could grab the knee, and then you might be able to just roll your shoulders open, open up the chest, and find that really spacious quality in the front body, as well as keeping length in the back body and strength and stability in the core. Then go ahead and extend the leg out behind you. Take the top arm all the way out over your ear, go for length, hug the navel to the spine, one big breath in, and on your exhale, we'll release the hand down and the knee down. We'll do that on the second side. Step the left leg behind you. Use this as an opportunity to draw in and up through the navel. Find your stability. Once you've got that, lift the leg up to the height of the hip, roll onto the outer edge of that right leg, and stacking the left hip on top of the right, you could reach your arm up. Once you find your balance, you can take the top arm down by your side. Go ahead and bend into the back knee without sticking the navel and the belly out. Draw the heel as close to the glute as possible. Roll both of the shoulders open. Roll your chest open. You might even be able to shift your gaze up to the ceiling. Imagine like your hand could just grab the knee, but don't do it. Hold here and breathe. 3, 2, on 1, you re-extend the leg. Hollowing out the belly, take the top arm, reach it out over your ear. Big inhale. And on your exhale, you bring your hand and your knee down to the mat. Now slowly tuck your toes under, push yourself back into down dog with bent knees. You can go ahead and pedal out the feet, wiggle your hips side to side, whatever movement feels good in your down dog for you today. And then keeping your knees bent in down dog, lift the bottom of your sit bones up high to the ceiling. Draw your rib cage in and align your arms and ears with each other. From here, step your right foot up to the top of the mat. And keeping that left leg really strong and active, take your left hand off of the yoga mat onto the wood floor. From here, we'll slowly start to peel the right arm up to the ceiling. Be mindful that you're not rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot. We want to hug the knee into the midline of the body. The left shoulder is externally rotated. Now as the right arm reaches up, we'll bend the elbow, take the hand behind the head. Drop the hips a little bit lower. And then from your core, from your center, pull your body forward, up, and back. Keeping the back leg really strong, leaning the head into the hand, opening up for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the hand down, step back into plank position. Now we'll take an inhale in plank. On the exhale, bend your elbows lower through chaturanga and hold there. Lift your tailbone up, then your low back, then your mid back, then your upper back. See if you could roll all the way into upward facing dog. And then on your exhale, gently push back into your downward facing dog. Again, knees bent, hips lifted, rib cage in, arms and ears in line with each other. Now from here, step the left foot forward. Keeping the back leg really strong, take your right hand off of your yoga mat onto the wood floor. Watch that the left knee doesn't stick out over to your side. Pull it into the midline of the body, legs active and strong. Then slowly peel the left arm up, take the hand behind the head. Draw the core in, slide the chest forward, open, and back, leaning the head into the hand. The legs are strong. Breathe here for 3, 2, And 1, release, bringing the hand down. Step back to plank position. Take an inhale in plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Hold chaturanga, lift your butt, round your low back, your mid back, your upper back. Come all the way up, upward facing dog. Exhale, gently push back into down dog with bent knees. Take a deep inhale and exhale. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. Again, step your right foot forward. Now this time, make sure that the knee is directly on top of the ankle here. Come onto your fingertips. Hug the right hip in, and then slide the chest forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, engage the inner thighs. Do it again, deep breath in, maybe cobra with the chest. Exhale, engage the inner thighs. And one more time, deep breath in. Exhale to engage the inner thighs. Good, from here, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, fingers to shins, knees bent, hips will push back, chest will reach forward, and then exhale, fold forward. We'll do that again. Inhale, fingers to shins, knees bent, exhaling, fold. And one more time, inhale, fingers to shins, knees bent, exhaling, fold, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Make sure the left knee is a 90-degree angle. Come onto your fingertips. Firm your left hip in, get the legs strong. On your inhale, cobra with the chest. On your exhale, squeeze your inner thighs. Do it again. Inhale, cobra with the chest. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs. One more time. Inhale, cobra with the chest. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs. Now this time, stepping back into plank position. Lowering halfway chaturanga. Lift your butt up, then your low back, your mid back, your upper back. Come all the way up into upward facing dog. Exhale, pressing gently back into your downward facing dog. Now from down dog, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Make sure your feet are hips distance. Now a good measurement is to take 2 fists and place the fists inside the inner arch of the foot. Once you've got that, turn the big toes in just slightly. Inhale, fingers to shins, lengthen the spine. This time, exhale, hands to your hips, and come all the way up to standing. Okay, so we're gonna work on our balance a little bit here. Balance is really imperative for new growth. So stepping the left foot down on the ground, draw the right knee into your chest. And then we'll slowly find external rotation with the right hip. Once you've done that external rotation with the hip, you can extend the leg and begin to open the leg out to your side. Take your arms out wide. Keep the leg out to your side and see if you could hinge halfway forward from your hips. And then with that, we'll slowly begin to firm the left hip in so much so that your top leg swings magically back into Ardha Chandrasana. Now you could place your hand on your block. You could place the hand on the floor, whichever one is most stable for you. Watch that your top leg isn't swinging behind you here. You want the top leg straight out from the hip. Now, just like we started our practice, bend the top knee, keeping the knee pointed in the same direction as the top of the leg. So you don't want it up to the ceiling. You want it level with the hip. Pull the heel in as close as you can to your glute. Take the top arm down by your side. Now, can you roll your shoulders open? Roll the chest open. And maybe you could even shift your gaze a little bit up to the ceiling. Imagine grabbing the foot behind you, but don't actually grab it. Take 3 breaths, 2 breaths. And on 1, you extend back into Ardha Chandrasana. On your exhale, hands down to the mat, feet down to the mat. Now walk your feet out as wide as the yoga mat. You can turn the toes out just slightly, not too much. And we'll come down into a yogi squat. So knees bent, chest forward, and lifted. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. You can kind of move around in your yogi squat, maybe go from your heels to your toes, kind of explore It's a really good reset for the low back. And then we'll go ahead and fold forward, straighten the legs, heel toe your feet back to hips distance. Inhale, fingers to shins, stick out your hips a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips, and then come all the way up on the exhale. Okay, so let's work on side 2. So feet are parallel, keeping the hands on the hips, pull that left knee up into the chest. Now find external rotation with the left leg. And then keep the leg externally rotated, extend it out to your side. Open it out to the side, take your arms wide. Little bend in the standing knee, begin to hinge halfway forward. Now it's the firming in of the right hip, the standing leg, that's going to gently and magically float that left leg back into Ardha Chandrasana. Your hand can come to the block or to the floor, whichever is most comfortable for you, keeping a little bend in the standing knee. And then once you're here, reach the top arm down by your side, bend the back knee. Watch that the knee doesn't stick up to the ceiling. Keep it level with the hip. Pull the heel to the glute. Rotate the chest open. Maybe even shift your gaze open. So imagine grabbing the foot, but don't actually do it. You want to pull back using your own muscles, your own stability, without any external leverage. One more big breath. Now slowly re-extend. Ardha Chandrasana. Take an in-breath. Exhale, release, hand down and foot down. Again, separate your feet wider than your hips. Maybe turn the toes out just a little bit, and then from this position, gently, slowly, sink down into your yogi squat. So now we're going to be working into a movement where we create space in the torso, the upper thoracic spine, into the upper back, even into the cervical spine. So take your right arm out to the side, but it's inside of the knee, and then externally rotate the shoulder. Now your top arm will reach up to the ceiling. That hand again will come behind your head. You'll lean the head back into the hand, push down evenly into both feet, and look up. Open your torso. Breathe into your left lung. Big breath in. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now switch it. So the left arm will now come inside of the left knee. You're bringing shoulder and knee to connect with each other. The hand comes out pretty wide. I like to tent up onto my fingertips here. Now I'm pushing this knee open, so I equally and energetically have to push my opposite knee open. Reach the top arm up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hand behind the head. Now lean your head back into your hand. Open up and breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Gently release, hand down, fold all the way forward, parallel your feet. Now bend into your knees really deeply so your chest rests on your thighs. Reach the arms back behind you. Imagine like you were holding a block. I want you to squeeze that imaginary block and lift it up off of your back. Sink the weight even lower. Breathe here. Now lift your ribs an inch off the thighs. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, arms down, chest to thighs, roll all the way up to standing. So your head, your neck, your shoulders are the last things to rise. And then just kind of shake it out a little bit. Whew, nice job. All right, plant your feet down evenly on the mat. Interlace your fingers and invert your palms up. Take a big breath. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Shift your gaze up over the top arm. Stamp down into your left foot. Take an inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach up and over to the left. Exhale, shift your gaze up. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Now let the arms come down, bend your knees, shoulders round forward, and we'll fold all the way back down. From here, plant your hands and step back into your plank position. Take another breath in plank. Exhale, we lower this time all the way down onto the belly. Okay, a little bit more with back body here. Take your arms out wide to a T shape, and then bend into your knees. From here, push down into your palms to lift the head and the chest up. Pull the palms in, push down, and lift up a little higher. Now draw your navel in, the belly in, and see if you could lift your thighs up off of the yoga mat. Thighs lifted, take the arms up. Arms up, palms forward now, and pull the hands as far back as you can behind you. If it's available and you can grab the inner border of your ankles, then feel free to do that. Now we have external leverage. So be gentle here. Kick back like 60 or 70%, not 100. You should be able to hold this and just let go of the feet. Stay that lifted. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Make a little pillow with your hands and wiggle your hips side to side. Good. And then we'll come up into a Sphinx position. This is my favorite part of this class. We'll do a little sequence here on our backs and our bellies. So we'll start first by sliding the right knee up to the right elbow. Hang out in this position, keep your belly engaged, and breathe. And then I'm going to take my left hand to the right knee, and I'll slowly roll all the way over onto my back, extending the top right leg up to the ceiling. And then switching the legs, bring the left leg up, bend into the left knee, roll all the way over onto your belly, come into Sphinx with the left knee up by your left elbow. And now we'll reverse. Right hand grabs the left knee. I roll over onto my back, extend the left leg up. Exhale, switch the legs, bend into the right knee. Inhale, roll all the way over onto your belly and Sphinx. Right knee by right elbow. Exhale, do it again. Left hand to the knee, roll onto the back. Take an inhale. Exhale, switch the legs. Roll all the way over onto your belly. Inhale in Sphinx, left elbow and knee close. And then do it again. Exhale. I roll over onto my back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, switch the legs. Bend the knee, roll all the way over. Inhale, back to where we started. And this time, exhale, just slide the right knee back to the left leg for Sphinx. Draw the chest forward, pull the hands energetically back towards you. So again, a lot of work with the spine here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. Again, inhale. Exhale, navel in. And last time, inhale. Exhale, navel in. Replace your elbows with your hands. Push back into child's pose. Hips to heels, keeping your knees together. So traditional balasana in child's pose. Heels touching, hands will reach back by the heels, and the forehead is actually going to curve towards the knees. So I'm rounding my spine, flexion in the spine. Grab hold of your heels. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, place them down. Do it again. Inhale, hips up. Exhaling down. And last time, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Come up on your hips. So the hips to the heels here in a nice, comfortable seated position. And go ahead and inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Now keep your right fingertips down. Lift your hips up. Reach your top arm up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lift the hips up. Lift your right arm up. Exhale, come down. One more each side. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lips up. Left arm up. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, hips up. Right arm up. And exhale, lower. Good. Now from here, lean forward, tuck your toes under, and sit back on your heels and relax. So we're going to finish right here with the stretch in the backs of the feet. The arches of the feet and the toes get a little ignored sometimes in the practice, and this should feel hopefully good for most of us. For some of us, it's like a screaming, painful sensation. It's a really good exercise to do if you have tighter ankles and tighter feet. So close your eyes, rest your hands in your lap, find your breath. And as you breathe, just imagine inhaling from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, breathe out from the crown of the head down to the base of the spine. Do that a few times. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Good. Open your eyes and come on back. Lean forward, untuck your toes, come onto the tops of the feet, and then just lean back. Lift your knees up for a second. Get a stretch into the front of the ankles. Again, hopefully this feels good. A hurt so good feeling. And then come back up to seated. All right, nice work, you guys. This was an awesome class to awaken your spine and just to work on movements of aligning and centering, as well as some rotational stuff. So working from the base of the spine all the way up. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and remember to comment on the videos. Let us know what you want to see more of, what you like, and we're here for you. We'll see you tomorrow.